Hello friends, welcome back to Engineering Today, and we're back with some latest space updates. We'll first talk about why Musk's SpaceX says it can no longer pay for critical satellite service in Ukraine. We'll then end up with Starship's third private tourist mission. Let's get started. According to a source, Elon Musk's SpaceX has stated that it cannot continue to offer satellite internet to Ukraine and has requested financial assistance from the U.S. government as the relationship between the billionaire and Kyiv deteriorates. In a letter that CNN was able to view, SpaceX's Director of Government Sales wrote, "We are not in a position to further donate terminals to Ukraine or fund the existing terminals for an indefinite period of time." An external consultant employed by the business wrote the Pentagon following in a different letter, as reported by CNN. On Friday morning, Musk appeared to validate the allegation, tweeting that nothing was leaked about our competitors in space launch and communications, Lockheed and Boeing, who get over $60 billion from the U.S. Department of Defense. As per the statement CNN captured from an external work set, SpaceX faces terribly difficult decisions here. I do not think they have the financial ability to provide any additional terminals or service. Musk has also tweeted, "In addition to terminals, we have to create, launch, maintain, and replenish satellites and ground stations and pay telcos for access to internet via gateways. We've also had to defend against cyber attacks and jamming, which are getting harder. Burn is approaching about $20 million per month." But the financing request comes after Musk made a prominent statement suggesting that Ukraine should try to end the conflict by ceding territory to Russia and pledging to remain neutral. The Ukrainian government reacted furiously to his statements after previously applauding Musk for providing the Starlink system. Andrei Melnik, the Ukrainian ambassador to Germany, tweeted, "Fuck off is my very diplomatic reply to you. The only outcome is now no Ukrainian will ever buy your fucking Tesla crap. So good luck to you. We're merely following his recommendations," Musk tweeted this morning in response to claims that he was threatening to cancel Starlink due to Melnik's remarks. Mikhailo Podolak, an advisor to the Ukrainian president, declared on Friday that Kyiv would find a way to keep Starlink operational. "Let's be honest, like it or not, Elon Musk helped us survive the most critical moments of war." Podolak also tweeted, "Business has the right to its own strategies. Ukraine will find a solution to keep Starlink working. We expect that the company will provide stable connection till the end of negotiations." After Musk's failed peace initiative, but before the most recent claims of a financing deficit, the Ukrainian military has already reported issues with Starlink coverage in recent days. As the Ukrainian military advanced into territory that had previously belonged to Russia in the Kherson and Zaporizhzhia region last week, the Financial Times reported a catastrophic loss of contact. Since they were supplied by the firm earlier this year, the terminals, which are linked to a fleet of SpaceX-launched low Earth orbit microsatellites that offer high-speed internet access over much of the world, have proven essential to the Ukrainian war effort. The satellites assist the army in operating the drones that would have proven crucial in redefining the rules of the combat, in addition to enabling quick, secure communication between troops on the ground and headquarters. In response to a rumor that he'd spoken with Vladimir Putin directly, Elon Musk disputed the claim on Tuesday. President of the Eurasia Group, Ian Bremmer, a political risk advisory firm, stated, "Elon Musk told me he'd spoken with Putin and the Kremlin directly about Ukraine. He also told me what the Kremlin's red lines were." Musk tweeted in reply, "Nobody should trust Bremmer." In our next update, SpaceX announces about their third private Starship mission with Tito couple as space tourists. Recently, on the 12th of October 2022, SpaceX unveiled their new private Starship mission, which will take Dennis Tito and his wife and 10 other space tourists around the moon in the near future. According to reports, this mission is the third announced private mission of Starship. Earlier, 2 private Starship missions were announced. One of them was purchased by Jared Isaacman for Polaris program, and another one was purchased by Yusaka Maezawa for the Dear Moon mission. As per reports, while both Isaacman and Maezawa had purchased the entire flights, Dennis Tito and his wife Akiko Tito had purchased only 2 seats of the recently announced private lunar Starship mission, leaving the mission open for 10 others to sign up. Report further says that this trip around the moon will last for a week. As per SpaceX officials, this tourist mission to the moon will in turn help humanity extend their footprint far beyond Earth. Sources state that this mission will also mark the second commercial Starship mission around the moon, first being the Dear Moon project. Arnie Matthews, director of Starship cargo and crew programs at SpaceX, said, "Having a mission like this on our manifest expands what's possible. SpaceX's goal is to make humanity multi-planetary. And part of how you do that is thinking through, how do we make spaceflight really accessible to a group of people that haven't traditionally been able to take advantage of that opportunity? The mission is really a notable step towards that, where instead of buying a whole mission, you can now buy a single seat. That's already a pretty big cost reduction for an individual person. This mission is really groundbreaking in that it puts us on a very firm step towards airline-like operations, where now, for the first time, you can buy an individual seat to the moon." Dennis Tito, who is now almost 82 years of age, is a wealthy entrepreneur. He became famous for becoming the first private space tourist after flying with Russia to the International Space Station in the year 2001. Dennis's wife, Akiko, who's now 57 years old, is a real estate investor and pilot. She married Dennis in the year 2020. Dennis founded the investment firm Wilshire Associates in the year 1972. Only a couple of years back, Dennis sold his company and is looking for something to do, said Tito. He said, "I've been wanting to go to the moon since my first trip to space." He also said, "I've been following SpaceX almost on a daily basis, watching YouTube for the last 5 years. And I could see that there was an opportunity." And so he booked their week-long journey around the moon. According to some sources, Dennis and Akiko Tito will become the first married couple to fly around the moon after the mission. Till now, neither SpaceX nor the Titos revealed how much they paid for the Starship seats. Presently, the Starship is completely under the development stage, with rapid progression towards the orbital flight debut. But still, it would take a good deal of time to become reliable enough for the private Starship missions to take place. Though the date for this third private Starship mission is not announced, SpaceX official Matthews stated that the third private Starship mission will launch after completing the Polaris Starship mission, Dear Moon mission, as well as a number of uncrewed Starship flights to space for deploying satellites. So it's easily understood that the event is not going to take place very soon. Dennis Tito himself highlighted the fact that he knows the trip around the moon is not going to happen in the near term. He also states that, as per his expectations, SpaceX will complete nearly hundreds of Starship flights, both test flights and missions, before the third private mission is coming. Tito is very hopeful about SpaceX's potential to take humanity to the moon and Mars. The Tito couple also admitted that they're excited and honored to help usher in a new spaceflight era. Tito said, "Knowing our mission will be the second Starship commercial mission around the moon, and one of many that can contribute to the development of a deep space program, is exciting. This program could prove to be one of the most important accomplishments in 6 million years of human history." Thanks for watching. Please subscribe for more videos like this. Hit the like button if you find the video interesting, and kindly provide your valuable feedback in the comment section. This will help us to improve.